5th June is the big day for all of those who want to crack this examination and become an IAS officer. There are only 50 days remaining for the examination. Let us try and devise such a plan that will not make us make any mistake in these last 15 days and put our efforts, money, time, and study so far at stake. Hello everyone, my name is Madhur Pofre. I am a director at Education Academy. Let's crack this exam together. So there are only two rules of thumb for this crucial time. I am not going to give you 8 or 10 pointers and so many things to do and not to do that you will get more confused. I'll give you only two things to do, and if you follow this, I guarantee that whatever you have done so far will really fetch good results. Number one is, of course, mock tests, and number two, revision. But what do I really mean by these two rules of thumb? Let us come down to mock tests first. No matter how much you have studied so far or how much syllabus is still remaining, do not wait anymore for starting and solving mock tests on daily basis, because a lot of times candidates do this mistake that they try to finish the entire syllabus first, at least by reading it, and then they think that we shall go ahead and start solving mock tests. But believe me, the syllabus is not going to get completed and you are not going to get satisfied any time in your life while preparing for UPSC. So it does not matter how much syllabus is remaining. Go ahead and start solving mock tests on daily basis. You are expected to solve two mock tests per day from this day onwards. That means one mock test for the GS and one mock test for the paper 2, that is aptitude test. Now you might be confused here that if I devote my 4 hours daily to solving just mock tests, then when will I go ahead and revise and read whatever I want to read and revise? Now there is a shortcut for this. If you are solving GS, everybody knows that you do not require complete 2 hours. Or what you can do is you can solve it as fast as you can, and then go ahead and read explanations as soon as you finish solving your mock test. The reason behind reading explanations is that is a shortcut, and believe me, this works. Because when you read a question, try to solve it, there are four options to every question. All the three other options that are not the answer for that particular question that you have solved can be the answer for any other three different questions that may be formed from that particular question itself. So if even if you have not finished reading any particular subject, let us consider ancient Indian history. You have not finished ancient Indian history completely by reading or revising it, but if you start solving the mock tests for ancient Indian history and read the explanation in detail for every question that is in the test series regarding ancient Indian history, you are actually going to revise everything that you have not read. So, reading the explanation of every test may be a simple hack for cracking preliminary of UPSC examination. And secondly, please do not take aptitude test for granted. Aptitude test or paper 2 was a mass killer last year. A lot of good students failed in paper 2. So even if you are good in paper 2, go ahead and solve paper 2 every day, at least one mock test. You can go ahead and solve any classes test series or even the previous year's question papers. You can check the Education Academy's test series. We have devised an excellent test series for this year's preliminary, and there are explanation sessions after every test. So you can download an Education Academy app. The link is given in description, and go ahead and check the test series. Now the second rule of thumb that we have talked about was revision. Believe me, those who are going to revise every topic or every subject at least 3 times are going to crack this examination. And that is, do not read anything new in these 50 days now. When I say anything new, I mean anything in caps, bold, italics, underline, and even change the color if you want. But yes, the exception is current affairs. You can read the current affairs that you have not read so far, but I am talking about the conventional syllabus. You are not going to use any new material, you are not going to read any new chapter, because believe me, whatever you read in this last month is not going to make any change in the information you have or going to recall in the examination hall. This last month preparation of a new subject or a new topic does not really work in the examination. Rather, it builds up your stress levels. You are expected to maintain 6 hours daily reading routine. We have already invested 4 hours in mock test solving, and now 6 hours are to be invested for the revision purpose. Now we all know in which subject we are going to be invested much. We know the four pillars, that is history, geography, polity, and economy, and the very important is environment. Now, please do not believe yourself so much that you think that last three papers were conventional, so I'll go ahead with the conventional studies and leave current affairs a little back. No, that is going to be a mistake. Please do not overestimate your speculation or trend analysis. UPSC hates it, and therefore you are expected to be ready for a conventional as well as a dynamic paper. Now, wherever possible, go ahead and revise from NCERTs. Like for geography, there is no other better source than 11th NCERTs. So do not read geography from anything else, even the Wo Cheng Liang. Just read NCERTs and you are good to go. About ancient and medieval Indian history also, I believe NCERTs are a very good source. So for modern history, you can always go ahead with Rajiv Ahir. But for ancient and medieval history, I would recommend reading NCERTs only. Then if you talk about economy and polity, of course they are static as well as dynamic subject and the questions also form in the same way. So you are expected to read the reference book, that is Lakshmikant, of course, for polity. And for economy, I believe economic survey plays a very important role. So major concepts, industries and the schemes are supposed to be done from economic survey if you listen to. The Education Academy conducts current affairs lectures every Saturday in the evening at from 6 in the evening from 6 to 8. You can go ahead and watch those current affairs lecture from the Education Academy app. That is for free for everybody. So even if you have not attended them so far, you could attend them henceforth, as well as you could see all the lectures that are already recorded in the app. Secondly, if you are the student of Education Academy, then you can go ahead with our recorded lectures also, because every lecture in the classroom training program is also recorded for this purpose only. So if you are confused while reading economic survey or while reading Lakshmikant, or let us say NCERTs, in particular topic, go ahead and watch that particular session that is already in your login ID. And those who are not from Education Academy, go ahead and talk to your mentor if you get confused for anything in this particular phase. You may get demotivated, you may get stressed out, you might have prepared very well, but you may get into that inferiority complex. Anything that happens to you, go ahead and talk to your coach, your mentor, because believe me, whatever you are going through, they have already gone through it and they have answer for every question that is going to be asked by you. Incorporate whatever I have discussed so far in this video and believe in yourself that you are going to crack this examination.